So we have another sort of cancellation in the entertainment world, but this time it's a twist. He canceled himself. Monty Python star John Cleese, as he corrected us when he was on with us, says he's blacklisting himself from a Cambridge Union event after the Debate Society banned a historian for performing an impression of Adolf Hitler. Well, the Daily Mail reports that Cleese, who famously impersonated the Nazi dictator in a Monty Python sketch and again on Fawlty Towers, says he's just going to go ahead and blacklist himself before somebody else does it. He tweeted about it. He had these two things to say. He says, I was looking forward to talking to students at the Cambridge Union this Friday, but I hear that someone there has been blacklisted for doing an impression of Hitler. I regret that I did the same on a Monty Python show, so I'm blacklisting myself before someone else does. He says, I apologize to anyone at Cambridge who was hoping to talk with me, but perhaps some of you can find a venue where woke rules do not apply.
You know, it's funny, and it's kind of happening with Cleese and guys like Bill Maher, the aforementioned Bill Maher, and a handful of other guys. Cleese is I interviewed him. He's a very progressive guy, but they're losing a lot of the very progressive folks
allies
in their tent because they're getting too woke. The progressive guys don't like the cancellations.
Right.
At least I feel like the new school progressive guys are all for the canceling. The older school guys aren't for the cancellation because they remember McCarthyism and they don't like the way this is going.
And do you know, we talk about controlling the language. It's not called canceling. It's called deplatforming.
Oh, deplatforming.
We're not canceling you. We're just deplatforming you.
Oh, gosh. Well, the good thing about when you get older, you can be a curmudgeon. I think Terry Gilliam got canceled a bunch of times for some of his opinions. I think the problem is, where do you draw the line? And I think people have coped with horrific things over the centuries by making jokes or satirizing things that have happened. So, I kind of understand where he's coming from. He doesn't understand how fragile celebrity is and how easy it is to be canceled. If you look at my Instagram, it is so bland and inoffensive, and my Twitter too, because I have opinions, but I don't really feel like anybody needs to hear them except for my boyfriend in the dead of night at 4 a.m. But I'm even afraid of my computer. I'm afraid that my computer will hear me sometimes, because once I said, I feel like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and 1 minute later all these Kentucky Fried Chicken ads showed up on my computer.
Well, speaking of chicken, is your new man a meat eater?
Yes, he is.
Good
He's
for you.
He's a poker player. He's a professional poker player.
Oh, you married or you have a boyfriend as professional?
Yeah,
well,
long-time boyfriend. My boyfriend, Phil Locke. He's he plays poker on television and in real life also.
We never once brought up poker. I blame myself.
It's on my list. When you're dealing,
we got sidetracked talking about Charlie's Angels.
If you're dealing with a professional poker player, do you feel like almost every exchange is calculated? Like if
bluffing?
You go, he'll go we should go to dinner tonight. Then you go, what are you in the mood for? And he'll go, you go first. Does it feel like he's working an angle? He's got that mind.
Yeah, well, you know what? He does say and he's sort of a contrarian also. He says in the casino, he just talks in double speak. If somebody says, are you hungry? And he's hungry, he'll just automatically say, no, not at all. Or I just ate, or whatever. Somebody says, hey, did you fold a good hand? He'd be like, no, I just had trash. He just feels like that's a good way for people not to get a beat on what he's thinking. But at home, he's pretty open. We don't really talk about poker, and I don't think he plays me at all. But sometimes it's a little confusing because, he has a very complicated mind. He's almost a genius, so his mind doesn't track the same way as other people. So lucky I'm really smart too. I can understand about 2/3 of what he says.
If you guys played 10 games, how would it break down?
After he taught me how to play poker, he refuses to play heads up with me anymore. He just feels like, and he won't even play. If we're at a party and a home game breaks out, he won't even sit at the same table as me, because he said it's a no-win situation. Like he said, I don't like to take a pot off my girl, and I like when my girl takes a pot off of me. Myself, I'm really competitive. It doesn't bother me.
I feel that way about sex. It's pretty much no win. Someone's going to be unhappy.
Someone's going to come out losing end of this.
Lose their pot.
Adam, really? Oh gosh. Okay. File it away. Are you in a relationship now?
No, I'm not. That's why.
You should put that on your Match.com profile. if it comes to sex, somebody is going to be unhappy. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to be me.
All right. Wait, what the hell were we talking
doing
about?
some news.
Oh, news. Yes.
Poker. News, yes, news.
We have a new sexiest man alive, and he is one of those everyman boys that I don't think anyone has a bad word to say about him.
Come on, white guy.
His name is Mr. Paul Rudd.
Ah,
Whitest guy.
Tuesday
yeah,
night.
chalk one up for the white man.
Stephen Colbert announced the selection. 52-year-old actor Paul Rudd, starting everything. Clueless, Ron Burgundy, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, 40-Year-Old Virgin, and he is now our sexiest man alive. Because men age like a fine wine, because he's
I know.
52, so now he gets to be the sexiest man alive.
I
right.
love Paul Rudd, and if I was not in a long-term relationship and Paul wanted to go out with me, I probably would. Women like men that are funny, and they're not. It's kind of nice that he's not like sort of a muscle-bound lunkhead.
Agreed.
But I do feel like the most beautiful person in the world, or the sexiest man alive. A lot of it's like sort of. I guess political, like whatever the trends are, like sometimes they'll say, oh, the most beautiful person in the world. And it's somebody that's, feeding homeless people in Ethiopia or something like that. And it's not about, Miss Universe. It's not Miss Universe beauty. It's inner beauty. So I feel like Paul Rudd, I think he's sexy, but
He's boyish.
Everybody's always going to disagree with these things. But yeah, that's my type, basically. The funny man.
He just won sexiest man alive, so
Okay.
Somebody else
it's not
must think.
that controversial to be attracted to
But
him.
you know what? People have got the sexiest man alive. It's like weirdly sort of a curse. Like when you look at previous sexiest men alive, and I remember Harry Hamlin was the sexiest man alive once, and then Corbin Burnson
Sure.
from LA
Yeah.
Law. He was sexiest man alive. Those are the only two I kind of remember.
It's not good for the career. It's like the curse of the Madden game for the
Madden
NFL
cover, yeah.
players. Right.
That's right.
Well,
you become eye candy. You're there. It's like, oh, that's a pretty person, and maybe now they know what us women are up against.
Thank you. Let's talk about the other sexiest man alive, Pete Davidson. So
I like him.
Yeah, rumors swirling about how he could now be dating Kim Kardashian. He talked about that a little bit on the Seth Meyers talk show, and another guest was invited to weigh in, model and now author Emily Ratajkowski. She got famous when you saw her in that Blurred Lines video, gorgeous model.
Yeah. She's
It's strange because there were two other semi-nude models in there, but she's the one that kind of took it and ran with it.
Absolutely. She has some thoughts on why women find Davidson so attractive. She shared them on the show. For a little context, before I show you the clip, Pete had been a guest on the show that night to promote this new project he has on Tubi, and Tubi sort of quickly became this code word for Kim. So that's going to come into play in this clip.
The height?
He is a tall guy.
Obviously, women find him very attractive.
Yeah, well, obviously.
So
Did you hear he's got a show on Tubi right
that I did.
I mean, they don't just give that to everybody.
No. Very special, very exclusive. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I'm like, how's that guy a model?
Yeah. I feel like only other men feel that way. Like, guys are like, wow, what's that guy got? And I'm like, I mean, he seems super charming. He's vulnerable. He's lovely.
Great.
His fingernail polish is awesome. Like, he looks good.
There you go.
He's great.
All right, well, I'm sold. I'm going to have him back on.
Good relationship with his mother.
Yeah, great relationship with his mother.
We love
just
it.
A sweetheart. So,
It's hard to find him.
You know what this is? See, only chicks go for this. You couldn't fool a guy into doing this. This is a chick thing. It's basically.
I got a girl for you. She's got a great relationship with her mother.
Oh, great!
Her nail polish is
impeccable.
On point.
No, this is why they can argue over a $60,000 handbag. Like to a guy, it just doesn't make sense. It's just a bag.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
agree with that.
It doesn't. It's not worth
Right.
it. It's not practical. We need that. So guys go, we like cars. Right. But if you see a Rolls Royce and you see a Camry, there is a difference. You see a $60,000 handbag and a $1,200 handbag and a $200 handbag, we cannot tell the difference.
But what if the Camry and the Rolls Royce, the Camry, let's say pound for pound, more reliable?
Yeah.
The Cadillac
You guys
Rolls Royce
you
might
guys
break down.
Lost me.
Pete, they like Pete Davidson because Ariana Grande liked Pete Davidson. That's why chicks like Pete Davidson. And every time he puts another notch on his bedpost,
They come
women
a-running.
like him more. That's
Right.
the way. This is the great joke, the hoax he's played on America.
The trick.
Yes.
I like Pete Davidson, and once again, I guess if I wasn't with Phil, I would just go out with everybody. I would go out with Pete Davidson, except for he's a little young. But Howard Stern says he has big dick energy,
Yep.
and that could be an explanation. I mean, people like people that are very confident. The fact that he has the confidence to ask out Kim Kardashian and Kate Beckinsale, the girls go for funny guys. I'm sorry, they just do it. I don't watch Saturday Night Live, but I did watch that sketch he did with Elon Musk where he was the astronaut. There's
All right.
something
First
attractive
off,
about how he said, okay.
He has almost no body of work on SNL compared to everyone who's came. Jan Hooks has a better resume
Significantly.
than Pete Davidson. So he has nothing. Number one, I've seen the guy do stand-up. It's not funny. He was a dick. And by the way, you think Kim Kardashian knows funny? Do you think she
probably
knows funny? No, she doesn't
she
know
did
funny.
date Kanye.
He's a wounded little bird. That's why they like him. They want to heal him. He's smart
You know what?
because he's
You're
talking
probably
about,
right.
like, I want to commit suicide. My dad rushed into one of the towers. And it's all, we can fix you.
We could save you.
That's what you got.
This
Yeah.
relationship seemed to last like very short period
Yes.
of time too,
He's in demand.
It's like, yeah.
I got big scrotum energy. I'm just putting it out there. Not so much the dick, but
That's
the sack.
another sentence for your Match.com profile.
It's going to be on there.
Sack energy.
Ladies,
Big sack energy.
who likes big sack energy? Because I got that.
Call me the Elephant Man.
All right, let's do one more.
All right. Well, here is a new way to make sure people get vaccinated. We've seen, bring your vaccination card, get a donut, get a whatever. Now, that's all cute, but let's get serious. An Austrian brothel has devised a new way to encourage people. I think you know where this is going. Offering a free sexual romp with a working girl of their choosing if they get immunized at the bordello. So the measure, it's known as 2G, bars people who are unvaxxed from various businesses, and we know how it works, reportedly causing a 50% dip in the number of clients at the brothel. They had to do something about this. So the brothel offering the COVID vaccination every Monday from 4 to 10 p.m. through the end of November, and it includes a free 30-minute session with the lady of your choosing.
Now you're talking.
Now, if you're one of the ladies, Jennifer or Gina, at the brothel, on your first blush, you're like, oh, God, these guys, first off, hygiene is going to be a mess.
Sure.
These guys are going to be living at their
Some
mom's
bum.
house. And then Aaron Rodgers walks through the door. I mean, could you imagine
up
the
my mind.
stampede of how many of you guys be fighting over each other? Because the next dude's not going to be that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a little cherry picking going on.
Yeah.
Get it?
And oh, that's
Yes.
funny. A guy comes back in with a Groucho mask.
Well, good on them. It sounds like a publicity stunt, but
Also,
if it works,
if
it works.
I work there, I want to be compensated. So I don't know whose tab this is coming off of, but it's not going to be me. You know what I mean? I hope the owner's taking the hit.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
Why am I given the free romp?
Yeah, he can't go pro bono
There you go.
with you.
Thank you.
At least
Thank
they
you.
know the guy is safe because they have the romp after the test, not before. So
That's right.
That's something.
But I thought you had to wait a minute. All right, anyway, let's bring it home.
Okay,
You got
all
it.
right.
I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
That was the news with Gina Grad.
Gotta love that big areola energy Gina's putting out, man, to the
dare
room.
you.
Gosh.
All right, 15 seconds for Hyundai Tucson. They questioned everything to create the best Tucson ever. Every inch of the all-new Tucson and Santa Fe's have been completely reimagined, resulting in an SUV loaded with innovation inside and out. You can learn more at Hyundai.com. All right, Jennifer, Tilly, Chucky, new episodes Tuesday, 10 o'clock, 9 Central on Sci-Fi and USA Network. And you can shoot her a tweet and Instagram at Jennifer Tilly. This has been a delight, Jennifer.
Great talking with you guys.
You come back anytime you like.
Absolutely.
And of course, Straight No Chaser, sncmusic.com. And if you want to find me, go to adamcarolla.com. Live shows everywhere. And until next time, Adam Carolla for Straight No Chaser and Jennifer Tilley, Gina Grad, and Bo Bryan. Say it. Mahalo. Feel that way about sex, you know. It's pretty much no win. Someone's going to be unhappy.
Someone's going to come and lose again.
Why bother?
Lose their pot.
Adam, really? Oh, gosh. Okay. You should put that on your Match.com profile. If it comes to sex, somebody is going to be unhappy. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't going to be me.